There is something at Fourth for everybody.
There's definitely a way that Fourth allows you to feel like you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
There's always somebody here willing to listen and give you, even if it's just a hug or some advice.
I think you'll find if you come here on a Sunday that the worship service is moving, and you'll feel a sense of welcome and belonging.
Music here is just on a whole different level, and I've been lucky enough to be a part of the choir.
I realized that it was an answer to an existential question that had been with me for most of my adult life. I'm Clyde Yancey. I have known about Fourth Church since being struck by this beautiful edifice on Michigan Avenue. There was a church in the middle of downtown Chicago, a simple sign outside that said jazz service here at 4 o'clock. And I thought, that's really interesting. And once I attended the first Jazz at 4 session, I thought, this is the perfect marriage.
The journey of faith, I would say, really started when I joined this church, when I really realized what it actually meant, that there actually is a purpose and a reason, and I think I have a calling to do certain things, and I never really thought of that beforehand, to be honest.
Definitely the connection part is some of what has been the most exciting for me. I have made quite a few lovely friends, even one during quarantine, because of that, because we were able to meet each other and discuss certain things, and something different than small talk, that we were able to get to know each other in a very real, different, authentic way. My name is Jessica Wang. I've been a member officially since 2018, but I've been going to Fourth Church since I was 8 years old. When I was that age, I was not involved in the church, even though I was coming here with my mom at times. I very much so rejected it. I didn't really understand my mom's desire to be here, or to really understand what it meant for her, and I think that was a very different time in my life when I finally understood what it could mean for me, instead of just a family obligation or a cultural obligation. A lot of American culture and rhetoric is about individualism, so it's a very different feeling when you come to something and purposefully seek community, because then you are saying, I am one of many.
Over the course of my worshiping here, to see my kids engage with diverse members of various communities, to get a message from a wide range of adults that that they're important and they're valued, and that sense of belonging. As a parent, it's hard to find that in many different places, and it's great to have that kind of community for my kids here. My name is Ranjan Daniels. I've been a member since 1997. I was looking for a better sense of community as a young adult living in Chicago, and I started attending probably in about '95 for a couple of years, and was blown away by the preaching and the message, and then eventually joined a couple of years later.
I had moments of comfort in other churches, but thinking about nearly a 40-year time span, I really hadn't found that place that made me feel that one step closer. And so I started patronizing Fourth Church and realized that, wow, I really enjoy the liturgy, the messages and the messaging from the ministers. I really enjoy the music, and I really enjoy the setting, and just the concept that here is a church home that can accommodate multiple ways in which one can engage as a worshiper. That is not the norm in so many different places.
My faith over the past few years has had such importance for me. It's been an amazing learning experience, and I'm so grateful for having connected with Fourth in the past, so that at a time in my life then when I really needed it, the church was here. My name is Charlotte Wager, and I've been a member since 1991. I started here looking for a connection for me. My family then became part of all of that and lived all through that, and now they have moved on, and it's back to me in the church again. There's more time for me now to participate, well, both as a Sunday school teacher, that's to get my kid fix, but also to participate in the adult education classes, to attend different worship services instead of the ones that are tied perhaps more to activities for children, and to look for different ways to connect and contribute to the church.
Mission, I think, is anything outreach, whatever you want it to be. You know, I may be teaching Sunday school or helping with the homeless or making sandwiches or going on mission trips. I have done the homeless cooking program for many, many years. And so some of the guests I've seen for years, and the stories they tell me make me want to come back every Sunday and make a difference, to give them a home for those 2 hours.
She was one of the people that actually started the Sunday night supper program here at this church. She's very humble about it, but I'm going to brag for her. And one of the beautiful things, and one of the things that's so special from my upbringing, is that we came every week. You know, we were here and my mom dragged us in. If there were no volunteers, we were the ones
only volunteers
that were, and
yeah.
I mean, we're like school-age kids that were helping with this program. I want to give back to this church because this church has given me so much, and like I have had a lot of health problems growing up, and I have had a lot of surgeries and been hospitalized a lot, but every single time I was at any of those times, somebody from Fourth was checking in with me, coming into the hospital. It means so much, and one of the drivers as to why I want to volunteer, because I feel like I cannot give back enough for what this church has done for my own, you know, health and mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, our family, yeah.
The services at Fourth, you know, are transformational in the sense that you've got, you know, you're moved by the music and the singing. You're inspired or stirred or challenged by the preaching, and you're just overwhelmed by a sense of hospitality from all members of the congregation. And it's just it's a sense that I've experienced, but then to see that in the experiences of my kids, and how welcoming and how at home they feel as part of a large community. And it's as small as you want it to be, and it also can be as big as it is. And you can just sort of, you know, if you want to come in and just be wowed by the music and the preaching and then exit, it's fine. If you want to have fellowship and get to know other families, you know, you have that opportunity. So you know, you can come as you are and take what you find valuable. It's a wonderful experience.
So when you have a moment to connect with a place that offers a doctrine that you can interpret, that uses a language that moves you, for me it's music, and that has a community of persons who are attending, members, that don't just recognize each other, but befriend, welcome each other, check on each other, for all the nourishment that you look for in a faith-based life, and that you hope to receive from a church and to give to a church. That really happens here.